daily life with laughter just the way it should be.
Zia Arabella and the Clocktower's Secret. In the heart of a cozy little town, where cobblestone streets wound between colorful houses and the town square buzzed with activity, stood a grand old clock tower. The clock tower was the tallest building in the town, its hands ticking steadily, marking the passage of time for everyone below. The townspeople often said the clock tower had a secret, a lesson that only the patient could discover. Among the townspeople was a lively young girl named Zia Arabella. Zia was known for her curiosity and eagerness, always ready to dive into a new adventure. But there was one thing Zia struggled with: patience. Whether it was waiting for a cake to bake or for her turn to speak in class, Zia found it hard to wait. One afternoon, after a long day at school, Zia noticed the clock tower's old caretaker, Mr. Thaddeus, standing at the base of the tower. Mr. Thaddeus was a kind, elderly man with a long white beard and eyes that twinkled like stars. He had taken care of the clock tower for as long as anyone could remember. Curious as always, Zia ran over to him. She called out,
"Hello, Mr. Thaddeus. What are you doing today?"
Mr. Thaddeus looked down at Zia and smiled warmly.
"Ah, Zia, my dear. I'm just checking on the clock tower, making sure everything is running smoothly."
Zia looked up at the towering clock face, its hands moving slowly but surely.
"Mr. Thaddeus, is it true that the clock tower has a secret?"
Mr. Thaddeus chuckled softly.
"Indeed, it does, Zia. The clock tower holds a secret about time, a lesson that only those who are patient enough can discover."
Zia's eyes sparkled with interest.
"Can you tell me the secret, Mr. Thaddeus? I want to know."
Mr. Thaddeus shook his head gently.
"The secret is not something I can simply tell you, Zia. It's something you must experience. But if you truly wish to learn it, start by practicing patience in your everyday life. Come back in a week, and I'll help you uncover the clock tower's secret."
Zia nodded eagerly, though she was a bit disappointed she had to wait. That evening, she thought about how she could practice patience in her daily life, determined to learn the clock tower's secret. The next day, Zia decided to start with something simple, waiting for her favorite treat. Every Saturday, her mother baked a delicious apple pie, and Zia always found it hard to wait for it to cool down before digging in. But this time, she decided to be patient. As the pie baked, Zia kept herself busy by helping her mother clean up and set the table. When the pie was finally ready, Zia waited until her mother said it was cool enough to eat. And when she took her first bite, it tasted even better than she remembered, knowing she had waited patiently. Later in the week, Zia faced another test of patience. During art class, the teacher announced a contest where everyone could enter their best drawing. Zia loved to draw and immediately started sketching, eager to finish quickly. But as she rushed, she noticed her drawing wasn't turning out the way she wanted. Remembering the lesson she was trying to learn, Zia decided to slow down. She took her time, carefully choosing her colors and paying attention to the details. By the end of the class, she had created a drawing she was truly proud of, and it was chosen as the winner of the contest. As the week continued, Zia found more opportunities to practice patience. She waited calmly in line at the bakery instead of fidgeting, and she took her time listening to her friends' stories before sharing her own. Each time she practiced patience, she noticed how much more enjoyable and fulfilling her experiences were. Finally, the day came for Zia to return to the clock tower. Mr. Thaddeus was waiting for her with the same warm smile. He said,
Welcome back, Zia. How did your week of practicing patience go?
It was hard at first, but I tried hard, and I think I'm starting to understand how important patience is.
Mr. Thaddeus nodded approvingly. You've done well, Zia. Now, it's time to uncover the clock tower's secret. He led Zia inside the clock tower and up the winding staircase to the top. There, beneath the clock's gears, was a small, hidden compartment. Mr. Thaddeus opened it to reveal a beautiful, antique clock, smaller than the one on the tower but just as intricately designed. Mr. Thaddeus explained,
This clock represents the time we have each day.
Just like the clock tower, it moves steadily, no matter how much we wish it would go faster. But when we learn to be patient, we find that time rewards us by allowing things to happen at the perfect moment. He handed the clock to Zia. This clock is now yours, Zia. Let it remind you that patience is a virtue that helps us achieve our goals at the right time. Zia carefully took the clock, feeling its weight in her hands. She understood now that the secret of the clock tower wasn't about speed or urgency, but about the wisdom of patience. As Zia stood atop the clock tower, holding the antique clock in her hands, she felt a song welling up inside her, a melody that seemed to capture the wisdom she had just learned. The cool breeze whispered through the tower, carrying her voice as she began to sing, her words flowing with the rhythm of the ticking clock.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, time won't wait. Patience is the healing life's moment fate. Slow and steady, don't you see? The best of things come patiently. Tick-tock, tick-tock, watch the hands. Every moment in life like grains of sand. If you rush, you might miss the view. But with patience, dreams come true. Tick-tock, tick-tock, hear the chime. Everything blooms in its own time. So I'll wait and I'll believe, for in patience I'll achieve. Tick-tock, tick-tock, hear the chime. Everything blooms in its own time. So I'll wait and I'll believe, for in patience I'll achieve. Tick-tock, time won't wait. Patience is the key to open fate. Slow and steady, don't you see? The best of things come patiently. Tick-tock, tick-tock, watch the hands. Every moment in life like grains of sand. If you rush, you might miss the view. But with patience, dreams come true.
Zia felt a sense of calm and satisfaction as she left the clock tower that day. She knew that practicing patience had improved her week in so many ways, from enjoying her mother's pie to creating her best artwork. And she was excited to continue practicing patience, knowing it would help her in all her future endeavors. When Zia returned home, she placed the clock in her room where she could see it daily. It became a constant reminder of the importance of patience and how waiting for the right time made everything more meaningful and rewarding.
world turn as seasons flow. Patience is the way to grow. In every tick, a lesson is clear. Hold the moments, cherish them dear. Slow and steady wins the race. In the waiting, find your grace. Let the hands of time unfold. In patience, dreams are gently told. Slow and steady wins the race. In the waiting, find your grace. Let the hands of time unfold. In patience, dreams are gently told.